formal letters are often persuasive writing. As in this example from the Spanish VC exam of 2008. While choosing your subject for next year, you discover that your favorite subject, photography, is not being offered. Write a formal letter to the school council persuading them to offer photography. Include in your letter the advantages for you and your school. Well, this topic is really clear. It's a formal letter. It is persuasive. I am a student. I am writing to my school council and I am persuading them or trying to persuade them that they need to offer photography next year. The way I'm going to do this is by talking about the advantages for me and for the school. Now, what are the text features for formal letters? So that's often where students have issues. First of all, you will have the addresses, and we'll see when we look at the text how it is. So the addresses is one of the first things that students often forget. So I would suggest that you prepare one or two before the exam, so that on the day of the exam, you don't have to think too much before you write your address. Now, with the address, you have to be careful because depending on the topic, for example, if the topic is you're an Australian writing to friends to apply for a job, one of your addresses has to be in Australia, yours, and the job that you're applying for, the address has to be in France. So keep this in mind and be careful with this because it's really easy to make mistakes with this. Now, when you write a formal letter, the tone, the registered vocabulary will be formal, okay? So here we want some formal language, basically. So we also want a farewell, which will be formal as well. Now for this, it is quite easy to check in your dictionary. In the Collins, the blue one, in the middle, you've got text types, letters, and the way to close the letters and so on. So it's quite easy to refer to this. But if I were you, I would just learn one. It will be faster for you on the day of the exam. Remember, you don't have that much time. So here is the letter. And this is how it should look like. So let's have a close look to it. So as you can see at the top, I've got two addresses. On the left, there is the address from the person who is writing the letter. The author of the letter is on the top left. On the right, this is the person you are writing to, and this is their address. Okay? Now for this topic, I am writing to my high school, so it's very likely that the high school is in the city where I am actually living. Okay, so the city is the same here. But keep in mind that it can be different. Now I've got the date, and then I start with Cher Monsieur Tromé. So here I am going again to have an introduction, a body, and then a conclusion. And we are going to look at the different parts of the letter now. With the introduction, so I did not put the addresses, that's easier like this. To look at the text, Cher Monsieur Tromé, so that is formal, I'm using the cher. Je me permets de vous écrire car j'aimerais attirer votre attention sur l'absence de cours de photographie l'année prochaine au lycée. You can see here that the style that I'm using is very formal. Comme vous êtes représentant du conseil de lycée, so here I'm slightly tweaking the topic because I don't want to write to a lot of people, so I just say that he's the head, if you like, of the school council. Je souhaite vous faire part de mon regret de ne plus pouvoir apprendre la photographie au lycée. Okay, so here that's the topic. I am saying that I regret that I cannot do photography anymore. Here you can see the style. I'm talking about my regret. So I'm not saying anything like je suis très déçu de ne plus pouvoir faire de la photo. Okay, it's slightly different. Je veux également vous expliquer pourquoi cette matière me passionne et ce qu'elle apporte au lycée. So here this is what the topic is asking you to do. So basically trying to play it for photography next year, saying why it is important for you and for the school. Okay? So the body. Pour commencer, so again, I am flagging, so that's a signpost in my text. Je suis passionné de photographie depuis mon enfance. Le cours de photographie du lycée m'a permis de développer mes connaissances en art, mais aussi en physique à travers l'optique. Grâce à la photo, mes notes de sciences se sont améliorées. En même temps, j'ai pu m'exprimer et participer à des expositions et travailler avec des élèves dont le talent m'a inspiré. So here I'm explaining what is important for me. I've always loved it. You can see the choice of the vocabulary that, again, is quite sophisticated as much as I can. And I'm explaining that not only do I enjoy doing photography, but that has helped me develop an interest in physics, and also, therefore, that it has had a positive impact on my marks, and also that I've been able to work with other students. And you see in the last sentence the use of dont. Now, second paragraph. Par ailleurs, le cours de photographie a profité à tous les élèves. L'année dernière, le journal du lycée a remporté un concours lycéen. Le jury a souligné que les illustrations graphiques, et notamment les photos qui accompagnaient les articles, avaient convaincu le jury de décerner le prix à notre école. So here I'm extending the argument to the whole school, saying that other students benefited from the photography class, and that is through the school magazine or newspaper, if you like. Now for the conclusion. Ce sont les raisons pour lesquelles j'aimerais que vous reconsidériez la décision de supprimer ce cours. Il est important pour la vie intellectuelle de notre lycée. Je ne pense pas que le savoir soit nécessairement enseigné dans les matières académiques traditionnelles. Le cours de photo lie pratique et théorie comme peu d'autres matières le font. Si vous supprimez la photographie, vous priverez beaucoup d'élèves d'un passe-temps créatif et intellectuellement stimulant. Dans l'attente de votre réponse, je vous prie d'agréer, monsieur, l'expression de mes sentiments respectueux, Paul Rafik. Right, so les raisons pour lesquelles, complex relative pronoun, que vous reconsidériez is a subjunctive, la décision de supprimer ce cours. Il est important pour la vie intellectuelle de notre lycée. Je ne pense pas que le savoir soit nécessairement, soit again, subjunctive. Le cours de photo lie pratique et théorie. The word lier here is quite sophisticated, comme peu d'autres matières le font. Si vous supprimez la photographie, vous priverez beaucoup d'élèves d'un passe-temps créatif et intellectuellement stimulant. So I've got a C clause here. And I'm finishing with the formal farewell. Dans l'attente de votre réponse, je vous prie d'agréer, monsieur, l'expression de mes sentiments respectueux. And I sign my letter.